So I wanted to raise awareness because I found a couple of posts by a couple of leaders that mentioned that generative AI is actually not useful or it's garbage or they don't see any value or whatever it is. And the thing is that I wanted to raise awareness to this because I think posts like this from thought leaders and from skilled, very skilled leaders, this is not a negative reflection on them, but I just think it's very misleading and it's doing a disservice to the business landscape in general because the facts are that right now if you are not prioritizing AI in your business, you are going to get left behind. That's not fear mongering, that's not creating FOMO or urgency. Those are just facts. Big companies are investing millions of dollars into improving their processes with AI. So that indicates that this is truly where the landscape is headed. Um, you also have to understand that, or what I would like for you to understand as well, is that it's not just a trend or it's not just a fad. And even if the tools aren't that great right now, we are at the very beginning of it. So we have the choice right now to either pivot and adapt or wait till it's too late and then we are getting left behind. We're dealing with all the negative sides of AI. Right now we're still at the very forefront of it where we can actually create our futures, we can create our processes, we can invent how business is done, so we actually have a say in how things are done. Whereas in the future, when you jump on and it's too late, it's going to be too late for you to also impact that change, right? So in these posts, I'm going to show you, in this video, I'm going to show you a couple of things, but the first one that I wanted to highlight is that it's very misleading to think that generative AI is not anything, is not something to pay attention to, right? So if you're the type of person that thinks that generative AI, you're not seeing any value, it's not good, it's giving you really basic outputs or responses, or it's giving you just straight garbage, 100% chances are you haven't learned how to use these tools. And that's okay because it's new. Just make sure that you're empowering yourself and either learning, taking courses, or following other AI creators. We're constantly, myself included, we're constantly sharing a lot of free value on the internet, right? So on YouTube, on LinkedIn, whatever the case is. Now, in this post, Tom Goodwin posted his whole analysis on what he thinks about and all of this, right? And I know he goes a lot more into detail, but I think what's very important to understand in this one is that not so much like the opinion, right? Like the opinion is fine, everyone's free to have their own opinion, but the important factor that I found here is the comments. So what I used AI to do in this case, I grabbed every single comment in here, so I just copied and pasted this into ChatGPT. I didn't copy the name or anything, any identifying information. Just copied and pasted this. Asked ChatGPT to help me analyze this. So I analyzed pretty much the whole 338 comments. The whole thing took about 20 minutes from copying and then analyzing it, and then now reading it through is probably going to take a little bit longer, but I was able to from there analyze the key insights of what people were experiencing. I was able to pull out sentiments and the roles that people were also having, right? Like who are the pretty much analyze like what are the types of people that are posting. um, I was also able to analyze the pain points or challenges, the common phrases, wins or desires, and controversial opinions. This is now for content strategy, right? What are some controversial opinions that I can use? What are some shareable topics around this that I can use to empower the community? What are some curiosity provoking topics, relevant topics, and viral potential, thought leadership potential, etc. Right? So it gave me all this information, and for something like this, you would normally have to pay thousands of dollars to a market research company to go out there and survey. So I'm not saying that the only way to do this with ChatGPT. You can definitely spend time reading through all the comments and capturing them, putting them in a Google Doc. You can 100% do this manually. It's going to take longer than 20 to 30 minutes, 100%, right? So in this case, I'm sure like I said, Tom's opinion is good. It's his opinion, and John's opinion is good. It's his opinion. But I just think this is very, very misleading because if we actually look at my scenario, for example, in my particular scenario, if I would have to pay a LinkedIn copywriter, for example, this is what I'm using ChatGPT for. If I would have to pay a LinkedIn copywriter, it's going to cost me around $3,000 a month. If I have to pay a copywriter for my funnel, it's going to take me about, it's probably going to cost around $4,000 per funnel. And I have about three funnels. If I have to pay for sales coaching, I'm probably going to have to pay 3K a month for a sales coach. And I know because I've paid 3K a month before for a sales coach. Strategic advisory, I've also paid 5K a month for consultants. So I know for a fact that that these aren't like inflated prices. These are like the prices that I've paid for the services that I've had in my business before. And the thing is that when I actually stopped using real human consultants, which again, take this with a grain of salt, but I'm just very curious and very knowledgeable about a lot of the things that I do. So I'm not saying that you're going to be able to replicate these exact same things, but based on my scenario, when I started using AI as my strategic advisor, my income tripled. So there's something there, right? Um, then I started using AI appointment setters. If I were to hire an appointment setter, that's going to cost around $2,500 a month plus 5 to 10% commissions on the deals that they close or that they set and then close. An AI video editor, that usually costs around $4,000 a month. And then you have videos if you want to create videos on demand, right? This is sorry, this is not AI. This is pre-AI. My apologies. Video editor, and then if you're gonna have videos on demand, normally it would just take your time, right? So it would just honestly be a lot of time from your end. So all in all, it looks like I'm spending about $22,000 a month in staff just to run the business. Now, if we also count client fulfillment, we one of the offers that we were doing is LinkedIn copywriting. So if we were to also include LinkedIn copywriting, usually a ghostwriter has quoted me about $1,000 a client. So if we're working with 50 clients, that's about costing me about $50,000. So that means that our offer has to go higher in price for us to be able to fulfill that. And then the funnel copywriters for my clients usually have been quoted about $1,000 a month from, and these are just like junior talents. They're not like experts, right? So for junior talents to be able to support our clients, again, that's going to be another 50K a month per client, right? Or I mean, for all the clients that we have. So if and then the coaches for my clients, if I were to hire coaches, it's going to be anywhere from three to $12,000 a month. So all in all, for the basic operations of my business, it's costing me without AI, it would cost me around $22,000. For the fulfillment, it's going to cost about 100K more because then coaches, right? Customer support, stuff like that. Well, the thing is that I actually created GPTs for all of this. And I know this might sound high or whatever, but these are like the market rates. These are the prices that you pay and this is what it costs. So, in client fulfillment too, I used to spend about 12 hours per month per client. Now I'm spending about 2 hours per month per client. Um, so and maybe that's also a little over exaggerated. Maybe it's actually a lot less because I also have a team in place, right? So the team, this is how my team breaks down. It's a team of three. It's me. I have one part time and one full time. We're serving around 50 clients per month. I have created GPTs for all the processes that normally I would have to pay people for. So now I'm saving $100,000 in client fulfillment a month. And then about 80 to 90% of our client fulfillment is automated from the customer onboarding all the way through customer journey. Everything, the whole thing is automated. And we're able to deliver really quality work. They're able to pay way less because we don't have to pay these inflated prices or whatever the case is, right? We don't have to pay a lot for fulfillment because it's automated. We don't have to pay a lot for uh, the people that would be working on it because it's automated. We're using GPTs. So this is how someone like me, without VC funding, without having a lot of capital investments, how I can grow a business completely bootstrapped, and it's because of AI. So AI really has impacted my life. This is not no value or garbage. This is all thanks to AI. So, and now in the on the flip side of this, right? I'm not spending 3K a month. I'm not spending 4K per funnel. I'm not spending 3K a month. I'm not spending 5K a month. I'm not spending $2,500 a month or any of these things. I'm paying for very simply ChatGPT, $20 a month. I'm paying for ChatGPT Teams because I wanted to try it and it's SOC 2 certified. So I'm paying about $60 there. And again, this is probably just overkill. I probably don't need this. Um, but I wanted to pay for that because I wanted to test it out. I wanted to see the difference. I wanted to see all of that, right? And then I'm paying for HeyGen. HeyGen is about I think it starts like at $59 a month. And and then my AI agents that do the calls and all of that. That's usually pay per usage, and that's usually it depends. It's anywhere from 11 cents a minute through 32 cents a minute of talk time and zero commissions, right? So This is the power of AI. While everybody else is still at the surface level and they think that it's useless and it's just to create like pretty images and to create, poems and recipes and create your agenda for the day, the power of AI is actually implementing into your business so you can increase your profit margins, decrease decrease your overall costs, improve your efficiency, and you can empower people to also learn how to use AI. Because at the end of the day, the reality is that AI is going to replace jobs, especially the ones that are mundane tasks. So if you are working a mundane task right now, this is your call to action to start learning AI right now. Because in the next few years, Sam Altman, the founder of the CEO of OpenAI, he already predicted that by 2025, 95% of marketing activities are going to be automated. That is a signal to take action. Don't just sit on the sidelines, take action. Then you have Mark Cuban, who said, there's in the future, there's going to be two types of businesses: those who are really great at AI versus those who aren't. Again, it's another signal to take action. These are not people that just woke up one day and said, let's learn AI. These are people that have very successful track records and they're very good at what they do, and they're warning us and they're predicting us and letting us know that this is something that we all need to watch out for. Then you look at the giant companies who are also making big investments into introducing generative AI into their processes. So for example, KPMG, a college grad would graduate from college, obviously they would get hired at KPMG, and they would get started with a lot of mundane tasks. Well, because of generative AI, now KPMG is able to shave off the first 2 or 3 years of experience. They are letting AI to like handle that. So now the freshly graduated college grad goes into work at KPMG, and now they're doing more impactful work. They're doing work that they normally wouldn't have touched until they're in year 3 of their career. So it's accelerating their career as well. So yes, there are going to be some negative sides of it, but with change, there's going to be pros and cons. So right now, you have the position of either you adapt and you learn and you actually go beyond the surface, right, and actually empower yourself, empower your team, empower everyone around you to learn and be ahead of the curve, or you can sit around on the sidelines, think that it's garbage, think that it's not going to work, or think that whatever, think that you don't see any value in it, and then 2 3 years from now you're going to be forced to learn and you miss the curve, right? Because now you're going to be with everybody else facing all of the negative downsides of that big shift that's happening. So in my business, like I said, it's made a really really big impactful change. I have saved a lot of money on client fulfillment. I have saved a lot of time on client fulfillment, and I'm saving a lot of time, money, and energy every single month with just running the business. So if you have any questions, if you want to learn how to implement AI effectively into your business, just send me a DM, because I'm not the only one, right? There's other AI creators on LinkedIn that are actively preaching what that they're actively talking and what's the saying? Walk the walk, talk the talk, right? They're actually doing the activities, they're implementing AI, they're using AI in their business, and they're benefiting from it. So I'll leave the names below, I'll tag them below, but there's a lot of really cool people in the AI space who are really leading this change. And when ChatGPT 5 comes out, it's going to be a whole new wave. And again, the more that you put it off, the more lost you're going to feel when you actually start trying to get involved, because everything moves so fast in this space. That's another thing. So there's a lot of free education. You can go on my LinkedIn, you can go on my YouTube, you can follow other AI creators. I'll tag them on this post so you can follow them as well. But yeah, don't be fooled into thinking that ChatGPT or that that AI is not a valuable thing. AI is very revolutionary, and you just have to spend some time learning it. That's it. If you have any questions, let me know. Oh, and before I end this video, it's also important to note that if you do watch this video and you want to start implementing AI, of course, I highly encourage you to do so, but you should also be aware that there is proper use of AI and there's proper implementation. So if you're running a business and you start letting your team use ChatGPT and OpenAI, you know, without any guardrails or anything, just be careful, because there are some things to look out for. So if you want to learn a little bit more, send me a DM. Happy to help you implement this, and happy to help you be one of the leading pioneers in doing, the future of business, which is happening now. Thanks for watching this video.